Welcome back to the show. And today I'm in more of a casual setting because I want to talk about this topic. It's called ego death. And I thought more casual would be more suit and fit to this topic. And what really is, it's part of spiritual awakening journey. It's part of the process. And what it really means is we can carry a identity or multiple identity during our lifetime, and most of these identity are developed from our childhood and or in school education, and then we merge into society and our careers and everything else related to it, and then later on, probably during marriage and maybe even retire legacies and all that is we're building a identity, ego identity. And what spiritual awakening that most people probably don't know or don't talk about is this process. And this process, I'm actually going through it myself, and it's not a very enjoyable feeling. It's not fancy. It's actually opposite than that. So I want to share this one with you and talk about it. So the the personal example I can give you is my personal experience, my personal journey. The last 10 to 15 years, I built up this identity for myself. And this actually wasn't intentionally, by the way. It's more just more of a accidentally. I would say intend to create this identity. However, because as I mentioned, due to childhood, due to the experience from when we were younger, what I experienced when I was younger was I was shy. I was very introvert. I don't speak good English, and I don't have a lot of friends. I don't party, and I admire celebrities. So I take all that and somehow create and generate this identity for myself beginning of 2011, 2012-ish. And basically is essentially is like I start feeling the needs to protect my image. It sounds so silly, but that's what it happened. So I start to somehow become quote unquote popular in in my own community, in my own circle of friends. And again, that's all was accident to me. And I so therefore, just like every other celebrity that you saw on the television, on the movies, there's an image that I have to maintain. And in the beginning, it was fun, it was enjoyable. I just right along with this new self, new me, new ego identity. I didn't know at that time, but now looking back, I know I'm aware. So I enjoyed the ride, and however, over time, after I'll say 2 3 years, it become a burden to me. It become overwhelming because I'm trying to keep up this image of this identity, and I start having needs for validation from people. I start needing the attentions, just like all the celebrity that you saw on television. It's silly now looking back, especially after I'm in this process, this journey of spiritual awakening. So, anyways, fast forward to let's say this past 2 years, I start experiencing spiritual awakening. At first, it was fun. I was curious. Everything is so new to me. But then, starting this year, I start in this process of shedding everything that I used to believe, everything I used to value, All the friends that I used to have, are starting to go away. I mean, it doesn't mean that I have no motivation anymore. I still do, but it's in a different dimension. Maybe I was more in a sense of motivation, more in a materialistic way. And now it's more like a giving back, more of spiritual way in a sense. And so the friends, the community that I used to be attached to, okay, that's the word, attached to, I start feeling the need to be myself and no need to carry that identity attached to that identity attached to that image anymore. I start just want to be truly me. So the spiritual awakening, the ego death is part of this journey, and it's making me want to sometimes it feels so lonely. But again, it's part of the journey, and every step is teaching me. Is forcing. It's not forcing. It's taking me step by step to release this attachment of this ego identity that I create for myself the last 10 to 15 years. And it's not easy. And I used to hold a pride. I'm still, I was always feel the need for a validation. Now I just speak the truth. Even though people might not like it, maybe friends don't relate or don't click with me anymore, but that's okay because I rather choose to be truly authentic me than hold this unreal me and a character, I call it. So nothing is real if we're just wearing a mask, right? So that's why this this process, this journey, is not just a self-image. It's also everyone, everything, every everything that you value, every you believe in the past, everything that surrounds you, the old you, will have to go to have a space for the new you, which is not, I won't call it the new you, but the real you. Okay. And that's what I'm expressing right now. And also, just so you guys know, I'm in the middle of moving. And, okay. And honestly, when I moved here 4 or 5 years ago, 2021, I love this place. It was the room, it's a little messy right now, but it was part of my pride. I enjoyed, quote unquote, luxury of living here, staying in this place. But now, again, we are creating our own reality. So when I want to enhance, I want to embrace this spiritual awakening, this is part of the journey. I'm in the transition of to becoming the new me. And this is part of in the middle of the bridge to become that. And many people, when they face this part, it's a lot of pain, a lot of struggle, a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty. Okay. And I'm been through all that right now. But I am self-aware, I'm awakened, so I'm aware this is the necessary process. This is a part of the journey. And I have faith. Part of the spiritual awakening is to have faith. So I have faith that whatever is going to come, whatever new reality that I'm quantum leaping to or tap into will be better in a sense because I'm truly to become my own true self and discover the real me, right? So I'm sharing this with you if you can relate, or if you are also part of this journey, spiritual awakening journey. Please remember to subscribe and follow this channel. And if you're on the audio, please write me a review. So again, I'm in the middle of moving, so everything is a little bit chaotic here, but my inner is very peaceful. It's very calm. Okay, I know this is part of the journey, and it needs to be happen in this way in order to shift. The change is needed to shift. So that being said, follow this channel, and I will have a very major news announcement that I will make once I settle down, probably in a week or two. And hopefully, I look forward to seeing all of you again. But I'm still making content throughout this week, this 2 weeks, and of course, the universal law, the 12th universal law episode will be continuing. Okay, and if you haven't seen any of those videos of 12 universal laws, then I will put a link in the show notes or description on YouTube so you guys can check it out. And thank you again for following my journey. And if you think anyone needs to hear this, please share and like this video. And I'll see you guys again in the next episode. Be safe and peace out there. Thank you.